Hello, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur, and welcome back to Wildermyth. Last episode, we kind of ventured around our territory. We took care of the remains of an old friend of Metsum and managed to meet a new friend along the way. We have rid the area of the mythical beasts that have infested our homelands, and today we're ready to assault Ryan's beacon and hopefully finish the first chapter of this wonderful story. So we can travel as a group to Ryan's beacon in winter of our 5th year. Yep, this is the final fight of the chapter. We need all heroes on deck. Let's do this. None of us knew what had changed the beasts who roamed our wilds. We knew something lived inside them. Blue burning hate that frenzied them, left them still. A stone sentence, worse and more deadly than any venom. Today we will finally find out where it came from and why it won't stop. Well, Ryan's beacon looks mostly intact. Maybe the rumors aren't true. I don't see where you get that idea. Nothing feels safe. Metsum is always the coward. Personally, I'm done expecting things to go smoothly. Adriel is depressing. Their approach to the town of Ryan's beacon is completely silent. Alright, so here we are. We're in town. We have to investigate the buildings. Hopefully we can find some enemies. And I'm sure this is all going to go well. We've been doing a great job lately. And I don't see any reason why that won't continue. Let's start with Sue. Start from the back. Here, let's take Makuna, move her up. And I was going to say we have enemies, but no, it looks like instead we have townsfolk who maybe aren't doing so hot. Sue, bring Adriel up. We might need her magic for sure. Makuna, again, she can get up to this lamp. Yeah, the townsfolk seem to be frozen into stone. Metsum is horrified. What sickly, unearthly story did we wake up in? Abominable. How many more are there? There's tracks. They go up to the barn door. I wonder if there's more stone people in there. Whatever did this could still be inside. And here we go. We have foe cards. Just about one of all of the enemies that we've seen. Defeat the ambush. Check out the barn. Where is the ambush? Don't see anybody yet. Alright, here comes the row. Corrupting the land. And a Bogmore from behind. It's not good. I would say probably we should focus on this guy. Move her back. She can guardian. And then we'll bring Metsum up. Stand behind her. And we can shoot. That'll do some good damage. Now, do we have... There's not too much we can interfuse with. The lantern, that might be useful. Start there. And steel fire. Nobody in range though. So we probably have to wait. And then that means Makuna can fall back in support. Let's go right there. and Guardian. Alright, so the Bogmore uses his tongue, gets a piece of Sue. Here come the row. And there are a fair number of them, I have to say. But we are interfused. Let's start with that. We can steal fire. And that's not going to kill the row, unfortunately. Instead, let's fall back for a minute. And then we can steal fire on this guy. Alright, we got both of them. That worked out fairly well. We can bring Makuna over. And then she can slam this row and take him out. So now we have Sue, who isn't feeling too bad. She can strike the Bogmore. 5 damage. It's a great start. Now we can't get the Guardian in here because the land is corrupted. So maybe if we fall back on this side and we can shoot the Bogmore from here. And he goes down. There's 2 enemies on that turn. I'm feeling pretty good about that. Makuna can Guardian for now. Block. Nice job there by Metsum. Here comes a Rager in. Let's take Sue again. We can get her up here on the row and strike him. 5 damage. That row goes down. Only the Rager left, I believe. We get the Wolf Call. Here's Makuna. Bring her up and slam. 4 damage. She's got a lot of armor though. She still has... No, her turns are gone. We have Fire Leash. Not quite. You can't move her up too far either. Let's do here behind. Maybe not. We move the fire instead of moving Adriel. I'm not aware of that ability, but okay. So here's Metsum. He can shoot the Rager. Armor shredded. That's not too bad. And 4 damage on Sue. More enemies are revealed. A raccoon. Here's Sue. Get the strike in. We need... No, let's first take Metsum. He can shoot the Rager, and that will shred more armor. Right. And then it didn't really work, but he did a fair amount of damage. And now take Sue and get the strike in. And that's a dodge. Good job from the Rager, unfortunately. Bring Makuna down and slam. 5 damage, but he goes down. That only leaves Adriel. And we can Fire Leash and put that in front of the raccoon. What's that going to do? Oh, Makuna gets her armor shredded. So let's go back to Adriel for a minute. Fire Leash again. Can we get to the raccoon? 4 damage. Nice job. Take Sue. Move her up. Now we can take Metsum. And he can stand behind Sue. And maybe get a shot in. Oh, took cover. Yeah, he is kind of through the door there. Makuna's feeling pretty good. I think she can get up here and get Guardian. And 2 damage from the raccoon being on fire, and he goes down. We defeated the ambush, and now we have to check out the barn. Remember, Metsum does have a healing ability. We can take that and use it on Sue. She's the only one with hit point damage at the moment. And that's given her 5 hit points, I believe. So that seems pretty good. Okay, so we've got everybody standing next to the door and we're ready to go. Get Adriel first. I don't think we'll need her to move again. Open the door. And there's a Gorgon and a row swarm. So we got problems right away. Kill the Gorgon. Alright. Start with Makuna then. How far can she get? Doesn't look like we have any enemies in sight. So bring Sue in and she can Guardian. Can you interfuse with anything? The metal bucket. Okay. To start. Oh, and we see the Gorgon now, so that was handy. Bring Metsum up as well. And light the lamp. Okay, we got a little bit coming in. Makuna can Guardian. There's the row. 7 damage from Makuna. Great job. He goes down. Another row coming in. Sue comes in with 5. And here's the Gorgon. Good dodge by Sue. Alright, let's start with Metsum. And we can take out this guy. He goes down easy. And now we can have Makuna start working our way up here. I don't know exactly what's going to happen with this guy. Shield Shear. Once every other turn, Makuna shreds 2 of the foe's armor. So that would be good when we get a shot at him. He's got some pretty good health going on. Sue can come in behind. I should have checked this earlier probably, but what's going to happen here? We can shackles. Can we shackle the Gorgon? Pinned. Good job. All right. That is blocked again by Sue. Ooh, 7 damage on Makuna. I don't think we can take him out this turn. Get the shield shear in. 2 armor shredded, and she can move again because of her ability. So get back here. She did her job and got out of the way. I'm pretty happy with that. Sue can come in and get the strike. 5 damage there. Start with Metsum. Move him up and we can get a shot in. 3 damage. That's a start, but he'll help protect Sue. We can move Adriel up. She can interfuse with a statue or a wheelbarrow. Let's go with the statue. I think we'll get the discus out of that. It does pretty good damage. And yeah, we can discus right now. 4 damage on the Gorgon. We're getting there. If we can survive the next turn, everything will be okay. Get her in to get some defense on Adriel. And another block by Sue. She's doing a great job avoiding damage. Get the strike in. This should do the job. Boom. We did it. Gorgon goes down. End of chapter. We're the best. I found Travel Traff. Metsum's the only one that can take that, and he already has it. So let's salvage. Now we have a level up for Sue. She can get untouchable. When she gets a kill, the next attack against her will miss. Long reach, Sue has +1 range with all attacks. For heroism, once per combat, Sue gets +1 action point and attack actions. I don't think I like heroism. I usually prefer passive boost. Untouchable seems pretty good, but somehow I think long reach is probably the smart one. But I do want that untouchable. It's a defensive skill, so it'll help keep her alive. So let's do that. We shouldn't have come here. Hey Metsum, it's alright. It's dead. It's certainly not your standard plow mule. The hulking carcass steams from its many wounds. Hideous convulsions course along its appendages to the extremity of its body. Then, oh no, it has Makuna. No! The thing's tremendous tail flicks across the barn. It plucks up Makuna like she's a straw doll, her weapons falling uselessly from her hands as it pulls her in. Don't panic. A voice from Makuna's mouth. It's the wrong voice. Still yourselves. This one speaks my words. I can make it die. You are not like us. Weak lungs, small minds, thin blood. Why flail for your lives? Just put her down. You think I flail for life as you do? The Master Ostrix has promised us. A tentacle invades Makuna's ear. Stop! Metsum leaps forwards. Stop, I said. Metsum. The arrow sinks into the beast's neck. Makuna falls from its tendrils. You go, Metsum. Metsum supports Makuna, helping her to stand. You're alright, you're alright. She doesn't look alright. This isn't over. Makuna takes the stone from Sue's palm, turning it in front of her eyes, catching slender sunbeams that slice the barn wall. Epichrist. Each face is graven with an intricate image. This town, these petrified people, even this monster, what were they all worth in the end? The Gorgons have a master, Ostrix it's called. It's looking for something, some myth or secret. I think the riddle is in this stone. I think we have to find out what Ostrix wants and make sure he doesn't get it. So Makuna has got minus 25 charisma and plus 35 loner. And Metsum gets plus 10 to retirement age. And there we go, chapter 1 complete. 7 legacy points. We got hides, ignits, fabrics. Based on your performance this chapter, you've earned 9 years of peace. That sounds pretty good. I've undermined the enemy's plans and they've been weakened. So cards are falling away. Threats diminish. The Gorgon's mark grew and crusted over to cover one side of Makuna's face. It would be a grim reminder of the encounter that day. Adriel noticed that the library at Spilling Cave had fallen into disrepair. So she passed a summer helping to rebuild it. Metsum lost sleep, spending whole weeks watching a secluded hovel. He wondered always when a disturbing secret might spill out. But wariness works both ways. Someday I may have to do something about him. Mossy Cave Outfitter needed an angle to distinguish it from the others in the region. Makuna designed an exclusive batch of cloaks representing Sheer Widow Field. And we get to level up our heroes, alright. Makuna could certainly use a better weapon. Do these all have different abilities, or are they relatively the same? I have to imagine that a spear is a lot different from an axe or sword. Here we go. You can click on it. Damage is up, but range is down over the pitchfork. The axe is the same, but it also has shred, where the mace has knockback, but Makuna already has the mace. And yes, the spear is an upgrade, but it keeps the damage range. I think I'm tempted to take the axe. That's a one-handed moon song. +1 to damage. Only minus 0.5 to range. And then +1 to shred, which I like the sound of. So let's do that. Let's do the axe. I can click on it to randomize the name. So Moon Song was just a randomly generated name. Beast Killer. Green Ghost Chopper. I'm going to go with the Grave Song. We're the orphans of the Stalking Song. So Grave Song sounds like a good name for my axe. Craft the item. And there we go. She has an axe now. But we're down to 3 hides and 3 fabrics. We don't have any ignites left. Adriel is the only one with tier 0 armor. And we have a choice if we want to upgrade her to better armor with warding or warding with better potency. So this is more for just a mystic. And then the Dusty Drab is for a fighter mystic type combo. So we already gave her the big axe. So I'm going to go with the better armor. It's a tier 1 Dusty Drab with 1.5 armor and +1 warding. And to be fair, it's 5 times better than the warding we have already. So I'm happy with that. 2 fabrics, 1 hide, and a spell thread. So that's all we can do for now, but I feel like we've upgraded our heroes pretty well. Everybody has at least tier 1 armor and tier 1 primary weapon. Adriel volunteered her free days to deciphering the Epicrest. It hasn't always gone smoothly. The progress has mostly dripped along. The meanings of the weird stone have remained inscrutable for years. But today, something in her research slides into place. There's history here. And she can now guess where their enemies might be. It explains why we've had a few years of relative peace. Do you see what I mean? Here, imagine you're trying to raise an army. What's the first thing you do? Raise an army? I suppose I'd offer some kind of reward. Coin, food, land. A symbol. You'd want a symbol to rally support. Especially if your people are ancient, set in their ways. So you're saying Ulstrix, master of the Gorgons, needs this thing. What is it? Some kind of divine spear? A symbol to help convince the other Gorgons to follow? That's what I believe. And why does it need that? Why does it need the spear? What is Ulstrix? An interesting question. What I know is what I've learned from the stone. I was able to find other records of Epicrest. Rubbings. That was my first clue. An Epicrest is an ancient storytelling device. A way for telling time-honored myth, but maybe in a different order or fashion. I checked the story elements here against some of our older legends. You know, the tall tale, the kind of poem or song, Queen of the Seas? No, but get to your point. Our stone tells almost the same story. Almost. And according to our version, the spear was laid to rest in a cavern. It's on one of our maps. So that gives us an advantage, right? We know where it is. But they've had a pretty big head start. I don't know if this has anything to do, but Gorgon sightings are picking up again. Now seems like a good time for us to get started. We've all changed, remember? All the havoc those things caused, and we couldn't stop them. But we're ready this time, aren't we? It's time we pay back our debts. The shadows deepen. All monster groups will draw an extra monster card in every battle. Alright, so we're into Chapter 2. We've defeated the Gorgon. We've learned a lot about their history and where they're coming from. And I'm looking forward to exploring the land more. But I think maybe we'll give this a rest for a little bit. It's still in early access. I know there's a lot of updates to come. So we'll sit back, give it time, and check in probably in a few months. Maybe when it goes full release, we'll have to see. But for now, my name is Ty. I am your homicidal chauffeur. This has been the excellent Wildermyth. Thank you very much. Please like and subscribe, and have a good night. For the moment, we're in food danger, but that won't last too long. It's not going to go well for you, my friend. I'm sorry. Here's Maddox, and he puts that just inside the far post. Either that, or we'll set off some more aliens, but either way. We can. And that's job done.